Right now, let's talk about conditions right now where things are quiet and they will remain sunny through the afternoon hours. Right now, it is, of course, dark. We're looking at some clouds around, but eventually it's going to be breaking for some sun. As we head into this afternoon, temperatures will be warming up into the low to mid 60s across the area. In Van Nuys, 64, 61 in Santa Clarita, 58 in San Bernardino. 60 degrees there in Riverside for this afternoon. So temperatures will be below average for this time of year, but it is dry and gusty winds expected for the area deserts. Let's talk about the futurecast and let's put this into motion as we continue through the rest of the day today. We stop it. This is at 7 in the morning. So just a few hours from now, we're still looking at some clouds across the area from the mountains down to the coast and the basin. That's going to be clearing for some sun. However, still some leftover clouds around the Inland Empire and looking at more sunshine around the valleys. By later on this evening, around 5, 6 o'clock, we start to see some increasing clouds, especially late tonight and into the overnight hours. You see it right here. This is 4 in the morning where we start to see the leading edge of this band of rain pushing into Ventura County around this time. So around this time tomorrow, most areas should be pretty quiet. We're just looking at some light activity around Ventura County, and even throughout part of the morning or most of the morning, we're looking at some scattered, relatively light showers, maybe some pockets of some moderate showers. But as we continue through the afternoon hours here on Wednesday, becomes more widespread. You see the map here filling up a little bit, light to moderate, and also we'll be watching the mountain spots too, with snow levels dropping to 6,000 feet. So we're looking at some snow catching a little bit of a break, a very short break here as we head into Wednesday evening, but then not for long. We head into overnight Wednesday into Thursday. We do have that next batch rolling in, and you're starting to see more of the darker greens and the yellows across the area, an indication of heavy rain across the region. And this will continue even as we head into the afternoon hours. In fact, as we head into Thursday afternoon, this is around 2 p.m., you start to see a little bit more of that orange. So we'll see that good soaking rain, heavy downpours rolling across the area as that cold front moves through. So, of course, there are the concerns of flooding, right, especially in the burn scar areas. So what can we expect? Widespread moderate to heavy rain. Rain estimates 1.5 to 3 inches for most areas. Could see more than 3 inches in the mountains and foothills, and the impacts with this: road flooding, runoff, and also mud and debris flow concerns here as well. All right, let's go over the extended forecast as we go over here the basin, where temperatures today at 61, coming down into the 50s beginning on Wednesday. You have the chance to see more of that widespread activity. A brief break as we head into Wednesday evening and then back into it Thursday into early Friday. As we head into the afternoon and evening hours on Friday, it looks to be tapering off. Drier conditions for the weekend. For the coast, breezy conditions, dry, mostly sunny. We're looking at that rain returning beginning on Wednesday, as well as for the valleys, mostly sunny. Temperatures at 64, 60 for the IE. Here comes the rain, that weather system moving in. Ahead of it, we do have that moisture. This is going to bring some widespread light to moderate rain on Wednesday. The rain intensifying, especially as we head into Thursday afternoon and evening. For the high desert, gusty winds. And then here comes the rain here too. It should be relatively light for the low desert. And lastly, for the mountains, we'll be watching the snow levels. At first, we're looking at some snow on Wednesday, and then snow levels will be rising. So mainly a rain event on Thursday, then back to the snow for Valentine's Day on Friday. That was your forecast. Over to you, Robin.
Good morning. Good morning. This time around, Steph, we're checking in with Street Vision, making the trip on southbound 605. We just came from the 210 split, merged onto South 605. Now we're approaching the 10, and well, you'll have some company out there. Yes, the brake lights are filling in. No major trouble spots approaching the 10, but we do have a crash wrapping up at the 60. I'll get to that a little bit later. First, I want to take you over to this new trouble spot because it's already backing up traffic as you leave Sherman Oaks, heading south on the 405 down toward West LA. There's a crash at Skirball. It's involving a driver that was apparently traveling in the wrong direction, hit the center divide, and now the left lane is blocked. So as soon as you pass it, the traffic opens up. The rest of the trip continuing down toward West LA looks really good. So a brief tap on the brakes. An accident here eastbound 210 at Osborne. It happened earlier this morning, but it involves a big rig that ran off the road and is hanging over the railing. They're still working to retrieve the big rig. So far, it's very quiet passing the scene. It really depends on how long it's there, right? Right now it's dark, it's counter commute direction. If this sticks around, it may start to back up traffic, but for now, folks are moving well past the scene. And here's a crash, South 605 at the 60 that I mentioned. That's the rollover crash. Street Vision heading in that direction. Hopefully we'll be able to take a live look coming up in a bit. Lynette, Adrian, back to you.
All right.
Again, who's in for Berlin this morning, and he said it is feeling warmer out there. I thought it did, but then you confirmed it. You said it's like we have a nice little blanket hanging
Right,
over
we have the
us,
clouds around.
Yeah.
So therefore, typically when we have the clear skies, it gets colder. The clouds act like a blanket. So temperatures, not too bad. It's chilly for some of us, but we have seen colder mornings. Temperatures right now in the area, 50 degrees in Van Nuys, 51 in West Covina, 52 in downtown LA, as well as in Anaheim, 50 degrees in Long Beach, 43, that's a cool spot, Thousand Oaks, 46 in Oxnard. Also another cool spot, Victorville at 37. We are below that freezing mark there in Big Bear, so it is quite chilly for you. Your hour-by-hour forecast for the valleys as we continue here this morning. We have the clouds around, but eventually as we head just around mid-morning, early afternoon, we'll start to see more sunshine. Temperatures gradually warming just around 1 p.m. We'll be back into the low 60s. We'll keep temperatures below average for this time of year as we continue into this afternoon. Looking ahead, so for today, dry, cool, mostly sunny. We are keeping track of those winds in the desert locations as we head into tomorrow. This is when we are talking about some changes. We do have the first round of rain moving through, producing steady, light to moderate rain. And then here comes that heavier rain moving in on Thursday. This is raising some flood concerns across the region. So we'll talk about this. We'll go over the timing of it all coming up here shortly. For now, good morning, Robin.
Good morning. Good morning. Well, we have one problem that cleared on the 605, another problem that's backing up traffic. So southbound 605 at the 60 City of Industry, we had a rollover crash that cleared, no delays rolling south, but there is construction underway the opposite direction northbound 605 from the 10 all the way up to the 60, or between those 2 points you have lanes reduced. So that's why that northbound trip on the 605 is slow. But once again, the rollover crash going south has cleared. The drive time between the 405 and the 60, 22 minutes. Once again, that's because of that construction. 710 wide open for that drive from Long Beach toward Alhambra. You're looking good for the 110. No issues through Carson. South LA continuing into downtown LA. That's going to be wide open. The 101 is wide open too. Trouble free. No traffic alerts. Under 15 minutes between the 5 and the 134 split. So not a bad start. This is good. We'll check in on more freeways coming up. Adrienne Lynette, back to you.
All right, Robin, thank you. 432.